Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed fight night, and we have ourselves another OP08.5 match here for you guys. We got my man Tap rocking out that purple Luffy, as well as myself on the right with that red and blue Marco. Now, I am able to go first, which is fantastic for myself, just because this deck does obviously like to go first. I mean, that's from my understanding. If you guys think that Marco likes to go second, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. But 5k swing going into life here, and we see the counter, and now I drop the 3-cost Dofi, which is pretty great. Now, one thing I do have to mention here is that I absolutely love where both of these decks are currently at. There is no exact 45 46 cards that either of these decks are like need to run. Now, there is a good base that a lot of these run. Obviously, the purple Luffy, everyone is running the 7-cost Luffy with the whole package and things like that. But there's cards like Polly, Magellan, Kid. Those are all optional cards that you can run in the deck that I feel like people are choosing to do it or not. And I just love this time of exploration for deck builders, right? That's pretty cool. And me, I'm just over here frailing with this 5k swing. So I'm gonna go ahead and block out of that 5k swing just because I am fearful of the Magellan the following turn. And now, I'm sorry, not the Magellan, the Polly, which I am now afraid of this Magellan here. Magellan just kind of ruining my day here, putting me back on even and really kind of destroying what my whole plan was. I currently had a 5-cost ace in my hand as well as 7-cost whitebeard, so I could have gone 5 costs into 7, had the whole combo wombo for the next 2 turns, but it's just getting a little slower here. So we're gonna use leader ability here to draw a card and then pick a card to put it back to the top or the bottom. Now, unfortunately, with this Magellan, it poses a bigger issue is that I can't remove it until I'm at 10 Dawn. And the only reason why I can't is because I'm going to lose 2 Dawn. And that's just, it's a really good card. So being able to be forced to not play it or not use it is really rough. So yeah, that Magellan's going to stick. And so I end up grabbing a 2k counter with that Ezo, swinging a big 8k into life, which does connect here, dropping down to 3 life. Now, I do have to say, obviously, is that Tap has a black playmat with black sleeves, and it's a little difficult to look at sometimes to kind of see how many cards are in life and all that good stuff. So please make sure to check on the counter at the very top just to double check how much life each player has. Which, speaking of life, I'm going to go ahead and take this 5k swing, and the reason why there's a bit of a pause here coming from Tap is just because he actually meant to attach more Dawn to his leader, but I'm reassuring him it doesn't really matter. I'm going to take it nonetheless. So we're going to use leader ability here. We're going to take our own life, go up to 7 Dawn, and with a big 7, what are we going to see Tap do here? We're actually going to play out the Magellan to minus yet another Dawn. I'm back on odd, I guess. So we are back here at 5 Dawn, and it's kind of rough here just because I know that Tap has 8 cards in his hand, so I can play out this pudding and then swing 6k with our lead. It just doesn't feel good not establishing a decent size attacker on the board. So I'm swinging 5k into life. This is gonna definitely net me a card at least. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see the 2k counter, and now we see the 5-cost rush ace coming down, which he does counter once again with a 2k counter, and now he's sitting at 8 Dawn. His 8 Dawn to my 5, it's extremely good. Now, ace has protection whenever you try to remove this character off the board by an effect, which is great, but it doesn't really help too much in this aspect unless he 9-cost Kaidos that character away. I really don't have any protection here. So 6k swing going into life with that Magellan. We're going to give him the 2k counter. We see another 6k swing going into life as well, and I'm going to go ahead and take this one, dropping down to 2 life. I just don't have too much counter in my hand, on top of the fact that yeah, my hand's a little empty here. So we see the 7-cost Kid. Speak of the tech choices here, really interesting build. We're gonna go ahead and minus 1 Dawn to give our leader plus 1k, and then we're gonna swing a big 7k, I imagine, into life. And it looks like this is actually into ace, so I'm gonna go ahead and give him two 1ks, and then he's gonna go ahead and just pass the turn. Now I can go down to 0 just because thanks to that Usopp, it just rests essentially all my blockers, so I really need to make sure that I'm able to kind of stay at a healthy amount of life. But this is a 6,000 power leader, which is an issue, right? So 6 going into 6 is useful, but I have to gravity blade both of these Magellans out of the way. I'm gonna lose next turn if I don't get rid of them, so I have to get rid of these get rid of these guys. So to the bottom they go, and I pass the turn. Unfortunately, not being able to cycle a card out of my hand, as well as not swinging with leader. I would have loved to play out the 7 cost new gate there, but I can't remove anything off the board, and if I do, I'm just going further down in Dawn. And I guess at a certain point maybe it might be worth it, but not too sure. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys have done there any differently. But those Magellans, man, they are killer. They are killer. Yeah, they're killer. So we're gonna go ahead and see exactly what Tap can do. We're both at 2 alive here, but it just, for some reason, it just feels like he's just so much further ahead of me. And we see yet a third Magellan coming down to -1 Dawn. And now with 4 active Dawn here, we might just swing really heavy coming on the side of Tap. I mean, we can swing 8k into life, -1 Dawn, give +1 to our leader, and then swing a big 10k into life if we wanted to really do so. Or we could even try to get rid of this ace. Like I said, I don't have too many cards in my hand, so I kind of have to give it to him if he ends up doing so, and which he does. 8k going into 6, I have to give it up here, and now we swing a big 10k into life, which I have to take. And yeah, just passing the turn. Now, I definitely could have countered out of the 8k swing. I had a Jozu as well as a Pudding out of my hand, so I could have done that, but then he just would have swung 10 into with the leader, and I guess I would have been at 2 life with only 4 cards in my hand right now. Not too sure here, but we're gonna see exactly what I can do. I should be at, I believe, 8 Dawn right now, so I can actually play out. I have a couple of options. I can actually play out the ACOS Rayleigh. I can make this kid here a pretty low amount, and then I can make the Magellan a 4k. I can make the Magellan a 4k. I can make this kid a 5k, but instead we're gonna play out this new gay here, attaching 1 Dawn to our leader, making that character a 6k character kid, and then we're gonna attach another Dawn to our leader, I imagine. So this would be a 7k swing going into 6. If I would have done really, it would have been 5 going into 5, and yeah, that's pretty much all I would be able to do there. So he's gonna go ahead and give me the 2k counter, since that's all he really needs, and he's gonna just pass the back to him. So it's back to him now. He has 2 life, and he has, of course, 10 active Dawn. And I don't have a blocker. I have 1 life up, and it's not looking good for me. I only have 5 cards in my hand, so I kind of need a miracle right now. That, or I need Tap to kind of play it a bit safe here. But based on the Dawn allocations, it's not looking too good for me here. And it looks like he's swinging a big 7k into life. I have to counter out of the 7, so I give him the 2k and the 1k, which I did end up keeping, obviously. And now we swing 8k into life, minusing 1, making that leader a 9k or 6k leader, and I have to take it. And we see the big swing going into life. Thank you guys so much for checking out this channel as well as this video. I really appreciate it, and stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP08.5 content coming out soon. See ya!